Om Shanti. Our today's lesson is on the spiritual significance of the great epic of India, that is the Ramayana. We all know today in the world, Bharat's epics are so famous that even the Westerners have started taking interest in understanding what this epic is trying to tell us, or how it is related to human beings in the modern age. And actually it contains a message for the people in this age, because there is a Ramayana taking place in the lives of people also. So how can we connect that epic with our present world or present lifestyle, so that we are able to have the solution also? Because these great epics give us the solution also of how to handle our lives through these present times. And therefore, understanding the significance of this epic unveils the mystery of so many subtle aspects of our life that we are able to apply them and make our lives more comfortable, more easy, so that we are able to lead a happy life. In this great epic of Ramayana, when we see the character of Ram, Sri Ram is such a character which is shown to be very faithful in his relationships. And at all different relationships, or at all levels of his life, we find that he knows the technique of how to maintain those relationships. Never throughout his life have we ever seen that Sri Ram ever had any negative thought towards anybody, whoever it was, whether it was Mantra, whether it was Ravan himself. But Sri Ram never had any negative thought for anybody, nor did he have any negative thoughts or negative attitudes for the situations that came up in his life. He never complained. But human beings in today's age, whenever any situation comes up, we start blaming others, we start complaining about others, that this person is responsible for this happening in my life. But Sri Ram is such a character. He also had to go through different type of situations, different type of circumstances. He also had to face some devilish characters, people also. There were so many events that were continuously happening in his life as well. But never could we see on his face any ray of dissatisfaction of life. So it also gives us a message of the art of living and how actually we are able to live a life of satisfaction or a happy life when we change our attitudes, when we stop complaining but accept things as they come and practically apply spirituality. Sri Ram had great spirituality in his life. So in the present time also, we are not just talking of that Ram who was the son of Dasarath, but actually there are three Rams. One Ram is the son of Dasarath. Another Ram is that which we call to the Supreme Being. He is also the Ram who is beyond all the sufferings and happiness, who is beyond all the dualities of life. Jagat se nyara Ram, the one who is beyond this worldly pleasures and pains. And the third Ram is Atma Ram. The soul is also depicted as Ram in the scriptures. So actually it is a story of the soul, Atma Ram, and the Supreme Ram. But they are personified as the son of Dasarath Ram, and the whole Ramayana is being shown to us. If we see in the present time how it is connected with Atma Ram and the Supreme Soul Ram, we shall see that in the modern age, the human being's life is like a battlefield. And when it is like a battlefield, there is a constant war going on between the good and evil. Evil is shown as the negative forces or the asuras or the devils who were connected with Ravan, and the good who were connected with Ram. The positive forces that were connected with Ram's life. In the present time, if we find that in this war, whenever any human being tries to challenge Ravan, he was such a character that he could adopt various forms. And sometimes he would adopt such a form of deceit that hardly people are able to recognize. In the modern times as well, when human beings are also leading this life, sometimes the negativity also comes in the form of a deceit, and we are not able to recognize it. We are not able to identify, because maybe the outward form will be of great goodness, but inside there is something else that we see in the results. And that is why when we come under the influence of negativity, that is when we find we also get deceived in our lives, and we have to repent for the same things, which are shown in different forms of character in Ramayana. Like Kaikai, who came under the influence of Manthara, another evil character, because she tried to show so much of love and affection towards her. So definitely, that is when she had to repent throughout her lives. Isn't it? In the present time, we find that we can see the form of Ravan, where Ravan means the negative and impure actions conducted by human beings according to the past sanskaras. And when one believes in taking up a positive path, then it is like challenging the negative powers which are influencing their own self, and one has to fight to conquer those evil forces, the negative powers, and which will take a very violent form also before taking leave of it. So this is why it is shown that Ravan took various forms while fighting with Ram also. The negativity emerges in a huge form, and that is when human beings get afraid in their life and they are not able to challenge those different forms of negativities that come up in life. The external information that we find is collected by the sense organs, and the perceptions turn the understanding into sanskaras, and on the basis of these sanskaras, the individual tries to perform actions. By controlling the sense organs and disciplining of the mind with the help of the wisdom, we are able to take proper decisions in life. And thereafter we are able to lead a happy life. After continuous practice of disciplining the mind, one is able to dispel the ignorance that is prevailing in his life and is able to discriminate between the good and evil at every step. This is the secret of life. So we have to discipline the mind, and we can do this disciplining by taking the help of wisdom, the spiritual wisdom.